Let's look at the 2022 JAMB examination question 31 to 40. Question 31 says, find the integral of x squared plus 3x minus 5 dx. Right? You have your options here. Now, how do you solve this question? For 31, we ask to find the integral of, in brackets, x squared plus 3x minus 5 plus 3x minus 5 dx. Now, to solve this question, all you have to do is to integrate this. And how do you integrate this? When you have x squared, the simple concept about integration is that if I have x squared, I will add 1 to the power and divide by all I have here. So divided by 2 plus 1, you have this, plus, repeat the same thing here, you have 3x. The power here is 1, it's already 1, right? 3x to the power 1 is the same thing as 3x. We said add 1 to the power, so plus 1, divided by what you have here, which is 1 plus 1. Then next up you have minus 5, so it becomes minus 5. Whenever you integrate a constant, that means a number standing alone, you add x to it. That's the concept. Then finally you have plus c or k, which is your constant. So constant is c, or you can use k. Working on this gives you x to the power 2 plus 1 is 3, all over 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 3x to the power 1 plus 1 is 2, that's 2, all over 2, minus 5x plus c. Basically, here's my answer, x cubed plus 3 over 2, so x cubed plus 3 over 2x minus 5x plus c, minus 5x plus, they use k as their constant, right? So the answer there is c. So that is the correct answer. Question 32 says this, you have this. It said the base in which the operation was performed was. Now this is simple enough, right? If you know how number bases work. Okay, your options: A, base 6, B, 2, C, 4, D, 5. Now, if you know how number bases work, you know that when it comes to zeros and ones are usually numbers in base 2. And of course, in base 2, 1 plus 1 gives you 10. That's 1 and 0. And if you look at this, 1 plus this one gives 1 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 0 is 10. 0 carry 1. So you can say that this is actually in base 2. All right. But the easiest way to know this is that the numbers here, given here, are in zeros and ones. And usually, numbers in zeros and ones are in base 2. It's that easy. Okay, next up, question number 33. The three you have that the question here says, calculate the simple interest on 6,500 for 4 years at 6%. A, 1,200, B, 1,560, C, 2,400, D, 2,200. So how do you solve this question? What do you do? Now for this 33, we know that simple interest, let me call this SI. The formula is PRT all over 100. And that's equal to, the principal given there is 6,500. The number you're given there times the rate. The rate is simply the percentage, which you're giving here as 6%. The time in years is 4 years. So it becomes times 6 times 4. This all over 100. From here, this and this cancels this and this. So you're having 65 there. So it becomes 65 times 6, 65 here, times 6 times 4. And if you do that, you have that the simple interest will be equal to, the value gives you 1,560. Of course, this was in Naira. So 1,560 Naira, which is option B. That's the correct answer. Question number 34, it says the pie chart shows the allocation of money to each sector in a farm. The total amount allocated to the farm is 80,000 naira. Find the amount allocated to fertilizer. Now, looking at this, you have different percentages here, as you can see. Now, for fertilizer, we want to observe that there's no angle here. The angle for fertilizer is unknown, so we'll call it X. Now, what we know about this is that this is a point, this is the midpoint of the circle. And we know that sum of angles at the point is equal to 360. That means if I add the angle of fertilizer, X, plus that of seeds, which is 30, so plus 30, plus that of labor, which is 70 degrees, so plus 70, plus that of farm implements, which is about 80%, 80 degrees, 80, plus that of transport, which is 50 degrees, plus that of, I think, mechanization, which is 40. So if you add all of this will be equal to what there? 360 degrees, right? Sum of angles at a point is equal to 360 degrees. You have X plus, I'll just get my calculator and punch this very quickly. You have this as 30 plus 70 plus 80 plus 50 plus 40. And if you do that, you have your answer as 270. This is equal to what there? 360. You have this. So X will simply be equal to 360 minus 270. From here, X is equal to 90 degrees. So it means this angle here is simply 90 degrees. So that's for fertilizer. You're asked to find, you're asked to find the amount allocated to fertilizer. Now, how do you do that? It simply becomes the angle of fertilizer 90 degrees all over the total angle. The sum of the angles is 360 times the total amount you have. The farm got an allocation of about 80,000. So this becomes times 80,000. That's this. All right, so we're going to punch this very quickly. 90 divided by 360, that's 0.25 times 80,000. And if you do that, you have your answer as 20,000 naira. The value there is 20,000 naira, which is option D. That's the correct answer. 35 says if k is equal to this, that's 3140, find the determinant. To find the determinant, of course, this has to be, okay, to find the determinant, we'll have that determinant of k, this will give you, determinant of k is this, which is equal to this 3140. And to find determinant, it's as simple as multiply the numbers in your principal diagonal, which is this and this. So it becomes 3 times 0 minus multiply the number in the other diagonal, which is 1 times 4. So 1 times 4. This would be equal to 3 times 0 is 0 minus 1 times 4 is 4. 0 minus 4 is minus 4. So the correct answer to this question is minus 4. The correct option is not here. But note that the determinant there is minus 4. So basically, this is how you solve the question. All right. Multiply the terms in principal diagonal. That's by the right hand like this. 3 times 0. That gives you 0. Minus the terms in the other diagonal. 1 times 4 is 4. So 0 minus 4 is minus 4. So the correct answer here should be minus 4. All right. All right. Moving on. Question 36. 36 says the curved surface area of a cylinder 5 cm high is 110 cm squared. Find the radius of its base. Take pi as equal to 22/7. Now, how do you solve this question here? Very simple. 36 for question number 36. Now, the first thing you want to notice that curved surface area, the curved surface area for this figure 36, the side of a cylinder of cylinder is given by, so this is equal to, the formula is 2 pi r h. This is your formula. Now the value of the curve's area, surface area, is given by 110 cm squared. We want to observe this is in cm squared, this is in cm, so we're not converting. So that value of the curved surface area is 110 cm squared. So we have that 110 cm squared is equal to 2 times pi times r. What was the height given there? They said 5 cm high, so height is 5. This becomes 5, right? All right, let's work on this. This gives you 110 is equal to 2 times 5. That gives you 10 pi r. To get the value of r, I'll divide here by 10 pi, right? Divide here by 10 pi. This cancels this. We have that r is equal to, this cancels this. So you have 11 over pi. They said take pi as 22 over 7. So 11 divided by, open a bracket, pi 22 over 7. You have your answer as 3.5. Of course, in centimeters. So the answer there is 3.5 centimeters. Option B. Question 37 says, rationalize root 6 minus root 4 all over root 6 plus root 4. How do you rationalize this? Let's take 37. Question 37, root 6 minus root 4 all over root 6 plus root 4. We ask to rationalize this. Now, to rationalize this, the concept is simple. All we have to do is simple. We'll multiply both numerator and denominator by the conjugate of denominator. Now, by that I mean this becomes, numerator is root 6 minus root 4. You have this. Multiply this by the conjugate of denominator. Denominator is root 6 plus 4. That becomes root 6. You change the plus here to the opposite sign. That becomes minus root 4 all over. So this divided by, here I have root 6 plus root 4. This multiplying its conjugate, root 6 minus root 4. We have this, right? So you want to note that to solve this, just multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate of denominator. This will be equal to, I'll just go straight to solving this. Root 6 multiplying root 6. Root 6 times root 6, if they multiply, your value gives you 6. So I have 6. Root 6 times minus root 4. Root 6 times minus root 4 gives you minus root 24. Next up, minus root 4 times root 6. That gives you minus root 24. You can use your calculator to punch this. And then minus minus is plus. Root 4 times root 4 gives you 4. That gives you plus 4. So this plus 4 all over. For denominator, we have root 6 times root 6. Root 6 times root 6 is 6. Root 6 times minus root 4, that gives you minus root 24. Again, plus 4 times root 6 gives you plus root 24. Then finally, plus root 4 times minus root 4. That gives you minus 4. So this becomes minus 4. Moving on, this gives you, here becomes 6 plus 4. That is 10. So 10 minus root 24 minus root 24 gives you minus 2 root 24. This all over, you have minus 24 plus 24. That gives you 0, so it's off. So I'm left with 6 minus 4. That gives you 2. Reduce this to lowest term. That gives you 2. Reduce the lowest term here. 2 here, 1. 10 divided by 2 gives you 5. 2 also here. 2 cancels to gives you 1. So this is equal to 5 minus 1 times root 24 gives you root 24. We can still break this down because we know that this would give you 5 minus root 24 is simply root 4 times 6, right? 24 is simply 4 times 6, and this is equal to 5 minus, we can break this down to become root 4 times root 6, and this is equal to 5 minus root 4 is 2 times root 6, so it becomes root 6. So my answer here is 5 minus 2 root 6. So do we have any option like that? 5 minus 2 root 6. So from here, the answer there is D, 5 minus 2 root 6. That is the correct answer. Question 38. Simplify root 0.0023 times 750 all over square root of 0.00345 times 1.25. This is simply equal to square root of, for numerator, what I have there is 0.0023 times 750. That's about 1 point, so 1.725, all divided by, for denominator I have square root, so it becomes root of 0.00345 times 1.25, and that's about 0.0043125. You have this. All right, so I'll just take my calculator and punch this straight up. Numerator, square root of 1.725 divided by denominator, square root of 0.0043125. That's equal to 20. So the punch, you have your answer as 20. So the correct option there is B. Right? That's your answer, 20. 39 says, find the area of triangle PQR where line PQ is equal to 36 cm, QR equal to 15 cm, and angle PQR equal to 90 degrees. So 90 degrees means it's a right angle triangle. So for 39, we're going to draw a right angle triangle. So I'm just going to do this real quick. This, and then this, and then this. So this becomes P, this becomes Q, and this becomes R. Now going back to this, I said PQ equal to 36 cm. So PQ is 36 cm. Again, they said QR is 15 cm. This is QR, 15 cm, distance from Q to R. Now said the angle PQR is 90. Now, when you have angle PQR, it means the angle is on P. That's what it means. On Q, please. So when you have PQR, it means the angle is on Q, the one at the middle. That means the 90 degrees is on Q, which makes sense. Look at this, right? 90 degrees. You're asked to find the area of this triangle. Now, area of triangle is simply A. The formula is simply half 1 over 2 times base times height. That's equal to 1 over 2 times the base. Here is 15. So times 15 times the height. Here is 36. So the height is actually the vertical, not here. Here's the hypotenuse, not height. All right. Take note. So this is equal to, so get your calculator, punch 1 over 2 or 0.5 times 15 times 36. The answer gives you 270. That's the area. Of course, area is in centimeters squared because my unit here is centimeters. So I have 270 centimeters squared. So you should put squared here. All right. So the answer C, 270 centimeters squared. All right, finally, question 40, right? Find the equation whose roots are 3 over 4 and minus 4. We should form the equation. So I'm going to come here, question number 40. We're giving the roots as 3 over 4 and minus 4. How do we find the equation, or how do we form the equation? The first thing you have to do is to take the sum of roots. Sum of roots. Now, sum of roots is equal to, just sum them, 3 over 4 plus minus 4. Let me sum them. To get this will be equal to, the LCM here obviously is 4, because this is over 1. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times numerator, 1 times 3, that is 3. This sign here, plus minus, gives you minus. So I have minus. Next up, denominator 4 divided by what I have here, 1. 4 divided by 1 gives you 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So you have 16 there. So this is equal to 3 minus 16 gives you minus 13 over 4. This is the sum of roots. Let's get product of roots. So next up, product of roots. As the name says, product. So that means I'm multiplying them. Becomes 3 over 4 times minus 4. And that's equal to 3 times minus 4 gives you minus 12 all over denominator I have 4. So you have this. All right, so with this. So next up, note that to form a quadratic equation, the formula is simply x squared minus sum of roots x plus product of roots. This is equal to 0. Now this gives you x squared minus, what's the value for sum of roots? Sum of roots, our value is minus 13 over 4. So minus 13 over 4. Sum of roots x plus product of roots. That gives you minus 12 over 4. It's equal to 0. Working on this, this gives you x squared minus minus is plus. So plus 13 over 4x plus minus is minus 12 over 4. It's equal to 0. Now, the next thing to do here is looking at this, we can say, since you have 4 and 4 here, we can say multiply 2 by 4. If I multiply 2 by 4, it becomes 4 times x squared. That's 4x squared. 4 times 13 over 4. 4 cancels 4. You're having plus 13x. The sign here is minus 4 times 12 over 4. Obviously, 4 cancels 4. You have 12. It's equal to 4 times 0. That gives you 0. So you have this as 4x squared plus 13x minus 12 equal to 0. Let's see which option matches this particular answer. Let's see. Okay, this would be, looking at this, the correct option here is option D. Option D there, 4x squared plus 13x minus 12 equal to 0. So that's the correct answer. Okay. Okay, so as usual, I'll leave question 41 for you as your assignment. Solve it and leave your answer in the comment section. Question 41 says, if u, that's universal set, is equal to x, such that x is an integer and 1 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 0, e1 is equal to x, such that x is a multiple of 3, e2 equal to x, such that x is a multiple of 4, and an integer is picked at random from u. Find the probability that it is not in E2. That's the question there, right? A, 3 over 4. B, 3 over 10. C, 1 over 4. D, 1 over 10, right? What's your answer to this question? Solve this question. Leave your answer in the comment section and we'll tell you if you are correct or not. Okay? Okay, guys, so please take note that we have a JAMB WhatsApp group for 2026 JAMB Bites. All right. So if you're writing JAMB for 2026, we have a JAMB WhatsApp group where we do daily revisions on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology. So if you're a science student and you want to join our JAMB WhatsApp group, I'll leave a link to the JAMB WhatsApp group in the video description. All right. You can also join our JAMB channel membership to get access to exclusive content for JAMB Bites, or you can get the full JAMB course on our website. Simply visit www.journalemmanuel.com/courses and you see the JAMB/WAEC classes. All right. Okay, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. All right. Like this video. Also leave a comment. Right? For the comments, I gave you a task, question number 11. Solve it, leave your answer in the comment section, and I'll tell you if you're correct or not. Don't forget to also subscribe. If it's your first time here or you're yet to subscribe, please do what to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and select all so that you get notified whenever we upload a new content. Then finally, ensure to share this video to your friends and their colleagues so that they can also learn. Thank you and see you in our next class.